All right, just got a bit of a test stream here for today. I've just put out 2 profession knowledge videos on the channel for tailoring and blacksmithing. So we've managed to document 3 professions so far out of the 11. Let me know how you think those videos go. I have had feedback on the channel that you guys prefer shorter videos, and also you do like the mix of longer form deep dive videos, which I think I'll continue to do. But yeah, let's just see how this one goes. We might upload it, I'm not sure. But this is a test stream to add the chat to the screen so people can see it. Let's get into it. Today we are spending concentration on the alt army for the last time, I think. We'll see. We'll see how many materials we've got. We'll pretty much do it until we run out of materials. But yeah, pre-patches tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. G'day, true seekers and confused admirers. Goldson here, showing you a different mindset regarding virtual wealth creation. By setting goals, minimizing the distractions, the power of being focused and consistent. My long-term goal is to obtain 1 billion liquid gold within retail World of Warcraft. Join me on my adventure where I can impart knowledge and important life lessons that has made me the person who I am today. We'll get into it, eh? Give us a sec. Let me just shut the door. All right, it's the 20th of January. We're about 109.6 million liquid. The goal for midnight is to get to 250 million liquid gold on the warband account, I guess, or the warband-wide. Let's see how it goes. Well, what are we doing? We're spending. I wonder if crystalline radiance is profitable. So, yeah, 5 gold, 18 silver. So looks like it's profitable. I think a lot of people have bought up some enchants thinking that the price is going to go up on pre-patch, which I think it will. Yeah, we'll see. We'll probably do. There's a high chance that we do concentration on the alt army for midnight. At the moment, I think like I'm going to pivot my army, because I think about all the stuff that I can make now. Like, for example, the file of enhanced ambidextry, like it makes sense to keep alchemy and enchanting. I don't know whether we get rid of enchanting on the alt army and just swap it for tailoring, and dual crafting and a bit of blacksmithing. I'm not sure, but I do like enchanting. But with preliminary sussing out of enchanting, it feels like enchanting is going to be more pushed towards active crafting, I reckon. I've turned off weak aura. I've actually disabled weak auras. I'm getting ready for the next 2 weeks, which is pretty much going to be pretty insane if you're going to do your UI and stuff and do a change. We're probably going to do a massive overhaul of the UI. I'm going to take note of everything that I do have, like add-ons wise. Effectively, I want to delete as many add-ons as I can, and then that way we can sort of, I guess, add them back in once we realize we don't need them anymore. Or you know, like they say delete, and then if you need it back, put it back in, because that's a good like engineering process. Otherwise, you end up just with too much shit, and I don't want that. If we're going to do the alt army, man, I want to have like clean add-ons. I want to have fast load times. Yeah, I want heaps of good stuff. But the concentration alt army seems like it's going to be heaps better this time around. Purely because if we have it set up, like if we have each enchanter set up, right? If we have let's say we have each account set up for a certain profession, like each account's exactly the same, we sort of know what items that we're going to consume. To make it like streamlined, we could utilize the guild bank and do a concentration spend on like multiple accounts at the same time. Normally I'd log in and do the patron orders, but it really seems like you don't need to do the knowledge points at all to get the same effect. Obviously, if you do get the knowledge points, you will get like a bit more efficiency, but like, to be honest, not that much. It seems like we're going to get about minimum 2 and possibly 3 crafts. And like to go from 2 to 3, like you have to get all these knowledge points and tools and shit like that. And I'm just like, man, it doesn't seem like it's worth it to put much time and effort into that shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But if we have heaps more characters and we can spend concentration like on 5 accounts at the same time, like crafting like whatever it is, it'll take a little while to get this set up, but it just means we can literally print gold every 4th day, and we can stream it too. You know, every 4th day we'll stream, and we'll stream me spending concentration on 5 accounts, and we just use the guild bank, and like we don't even use the warband bank at all. So because I've got 6 accounts, the 6th account would have the warband bank, and while that has the bank, then the other 5 accounts can spend concentration. And I'm thinking we just like use Auctionator or TSM or some sort of shopping list to purchase the materials, and then have the materials in the bags. It's going to require me to have a shitload of capital like spread out, but like it's going to allow me to 5x my efficiency, because I'll be able to just log in on 5 accounts, and if I've got it correct, then I'll be crafting 5 of the same. I'll be able to craft 10 items, like say 10 enchants for every time I log in. And that's going to add up a lot, man. And the fact that we only have to do it every 4 days is even crazier, man. Definitely going to suss that out, if that's even going to be viable. But it's still a little bit early to tell. Concentration on Enchanting Alchemists. Predominantly, I've got more Enchanting Alchemists than anything. And you'll notice that when we log in, I'll go through it on this next one, but you see how much items we create. And with the new midnight concentration being somewhat nerfed, pretty sure it's nerfed. See here, it's got Flask of Alchemical Chaos. If we use concentration, we can use a concentration concentrate to get it below 200, which means we're going to get a guaranteed 5 crafts. So 5 times 2, so at minimum we're going to get 10 if we craft all this. If we take off the reagent, which they're getting rid of, the finishing reagents, so you got 204 times 4 is 816. So, and then we won't have enough to do the 5th. But you watch this. So the minimum's 10. So we'll come up with 8, and then we have to put in sometimes, if we're lucky, we put a concentration concentrate, we get another 2 out, squeeze another 2 out. But at this point of the expansion, it's really not really worth doing the finishing reagents. Hence why I think they've like just taken them out of the game, which is, I think's all right. But you see here, we got 8, right? If we were on the midnight beta, we could do this. We could craft 8 flasks, but it'll take like 8 days. So at the moment on Alchemy, you can craft. You got enough concentration to make 2 crafts of flasks, which is 4 flasks per character. So really, it's like 1 character is making 1 flask a day on average, minimum, which is pretty wild considering you don't need to put any knowledge points in at all. For me to do this Flask of Alchemical Chaos, it took me 265 knowledge points to be able to do this at this level, which is a lot of work. And the fact that you don't need to put that much work in anymore is crazy, man. It just means like the barriers to entry for concentration is easy, and it stays throughout the whole expansion, which is crazy. Oh yeah, by the way, I just farted. You can't smell it, but I can. It's fucking stinking, man. Would have been eaten. But welcome in. If you're just lurking, say g'day. I'm just doing a test stream to see if the chat comes up from chatters. So I know most people probably lurk or they're working, but just type in some random shit, that'd be much appreciated. Greetings. Yeah, it's showing up there, Warshall. It comes up on the screen, eh? You can see yourself. Do you reckon that's better, Warshall? Need some feedback? Yes or no? Defenders March. Here we go. We're getting 4 gold, 35 silver per point of concentration. I wonder what it'd be in midnight. Like, how much gold would it be per point of concentration? If day one we can like, after the first month, like after you could say after the 6th week, guaranteed that every craft in the game can be guaranteed at that point. I wonder what the profitability would be like after the 6th week with putting no knowledge points at all in it. I honestly don't know. Honestly don't know. But if it feels like concentration is king in the War Within long term, but now they're sort of like, okay, maybe we push it 50-50. We put, concentration alts, make it so everyone can have a crack, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know, we'll get something a bit more chill, eh? All right. I'm waiting for my delivery. My delivery of meat. I'm on day 2, Warshaw. Day 2 of the carnivore diet. So far, so good. Haven't crashed out just yet. But it's coming. Yeah, we sort of want to... I think if we can stay above 100 million gold until we hit midnight, we should have enough capital to do what I want to do. Having more capital is better, for sure. What the hell? Yeah. I want to get a new... If we're going to go with... Because I normally use weak auras for my cast bar. And because I turned cast bar... I've turned weak auras off. I don't know. I've got the default cast bar and you can see it here. Oh, the cast bar is there somewhere. But I want to get another one. I think there's another one called Quartz, which I think I had back in Dragonflight and I haven't used it. I think Quartz might be the best one to get because it does tell you how long it's going to take to craft all of whatever it is you're crafting. I know that mass salvage assist helps a lot, but the fact that we don't really need mass salvage assist anymore is probably not a bad idea. We don't need to, there's no unraveling, there's no, I guess, actually no, we probably still do need it. Yeah. For prospecting, I'm an idiot. Kraken, what's going on? Happy to catch the stream live. Found your videos recently and I like them. Oh, thanks, man. Welcome in, eh? The first time chat. I'm still working on the UI, so my plan is to have like a proper streaming setup on midnight. At the moment, I feel like I'm just going to push out as many guide videos as I can, and then once I do like enough, then I'll start fixing up the stream. Because I've actually demonetized my YouTube channel and I'm just going to transition into streaming and then making guide videos. I feel like that's the best approach for me long term, but let me know what you reckon about that. But if you're here because you like the videos and stuff, then I guess the videos is like a gateway drug to the stream, if you like. Yeah. So I've demonetized off YouTube, but I've kept Twitch subscriptions open. But what I've done, I've made it so I don't get paid out. So you got a choice. You can get paid out from Twitch that goes into your bank account, or you can keep the money on the platform, which I've opted for to keep the money in the platform because every time I get a payment from America, it's a taxable event, and it's just more hassle and paperwork. But if I keep all the money in Twitch, that means I can use the Twitch money to subscribe to other content creators as well. So sort of just keep all the money in the ecosystem. It's literally like one big circle jerk of subscribing to each other. But that way it's just less hassle for me because like I hate doing my taxes on this kind of stuff because it's a pain in the ass, man. I hate doing it. Like I can do my taxes on my Uber. I got a spreadsheet. I got a routine. Like I know how to do it. Do my Uber taxes and business income and that because it's from Australia. It's much easier to do. But as soon as you start getting income from overseas, it's like a pain in the ass, man. And yeah, so really, I've switched from like a business model to like just back to a hobby model. Yeah. Taxes suck. Probably worth to re-enable monetization once the numbers are worth. Yeah, well, that's the option. Yeah, you can't. It's technically paused, but I was talking with the AI and it kind of makes a bit more sense to do that, because you're pretty much a hobbyist until you turn business, you know? Because like at a certain point, if you keep getting money, like if you gain popularity or whatever, which is, you know, very rare, it's a good idea to transition to a business then. But at the moment, I'm not. I've just gone the other way, and to be honest, it saves my ego a little bit, you know, because it is a little bit humiliating, like putting all the time and effort into the channel, and then there's not really any like monetary reward. I'm like, yeah, I got to stop thinking like that. So I've stopped thinking about it. So this is really just a love job hobby now for me, and I kind of like it that way. It's less stressful. You know, there's no expectations, you know what I mean? Like, I guess the only expectations are like the guide videos, breakdowns and stuff like that. And then just streaming, you know, gold making. I feel like I get enough excitement out of just doing that. So we got, I'm not going to touch my classes. I'm going to wait like 2 weeks minimum to like do the UI overhaul, to be honest. I don't want to do anything. It's a pain in the ass. Because you know tomorrow is going to be busted, man. Oh, bastard. Yeah, Warshall, let me ask you, can you hear the music that is playing right now? Yeah, I can hear it. Can you hear it? Are we talking other, like in-game music? I've got in-game. Okay, no, not in-game, the track. You play it for you. It's for both of us, I guess. Both. It keeps me going. I can pause it. You don't have to listen to it. But I'm listening to it right now. It's really loud, bro, is it? Oh, how loud is it? It fucks the stream? Oh, well. You seem to be the only one to complain. So, but let's have a look. What about that? I'm looking at the decibels now, and it seems like it's low enough for me not to, what do you call it? Let's see how we go. This is on setting number 3. Nobody comes here to hear music. Everyone has different tastes. I can hear it. Yeah. It's good to have an opinion there, Warshall. But like you said, everyone has different tastes, and if it does annoy you, this is the second time you've brought it up. If it really does annoy you, then you just go away, you know? You know what I mean? Like you're coming across as a bit of a narcissist, to be honest, because you're trying to control me because you can't handle someone else's, you know, preferences. You know what I mean, Marshall? But I know you probably mean good, and you're probably not a narcissist, but that's the vibe I'm getting, man, because it's the second time you brought it up. It was honest feedback, yeah, and I got it the first time, but you've brought it back up again to help you grow. I don't want to grow. If my channel, if I don't need to play any music at all to express myself, because at the end of the day, okay, stay with your 4 viewers. Yeah, it's absolutely fine, Warshall. Why are you still here? Why don't you fuck off? If you're still thinking about, you're just thinking about what you would want, okay? I know, right? Rexy, tell me what. But like, I understand, like, you're just in your head, you're like, this is what I would want to be if I was a streamer. But because I'm not actually doing it for myself, I'm going to tell other people how to run their stream. I'm always amazed at people having that much patience. I'll just be perma half my chat daily if I stream lol. Yeah, well, I'm about to ban Warshall because he's done it multiple times, and like he comes across as a bit of a narcissist. And I'm a narcissist magnet, man. Like they're just attracted to me because all they want to do is control. But yeah, I'll send you a ban. I don't want to do it, but I think you deserve it. There you go. But it's amazing. That's twice he tried to like say, oh, no one comes here for the music. It's like, yeah, I only come here to control other streamers if I don't get my way. So yeah, it's probably good riddance to get rid of Warshall. Yeah, and I'll just go back to how I was playing it. But appreciate the backup there, Kraken and Rexy. Appreciate that. But yeah, I already know I'm a narcissist magnet, man. They just come out of the woodworks, man. They try and influence you and shit. It's like, you don't get it yet. You don't get it. You can try as hard as you want. I'm still gonna do shit my own way. He nearly got me, but it's all right. Yeah, but who says that? Okay, stay with your 4 viewers, lol. Well, just give it 5 years, mate. I think I'll have a bit more than 4. But like I said, this is more of a hobby now. I don't really care. It's a love job for me. And I understand the game a lot more now, like the whole content creator thing. It's, yeah. Kraken says, hey, rage bait was the word of the year in 2025. Is it? Yeah. Well, I don't try and get rage baited, but I know when people are trying to fucking fuck with me. It's obvious. But I think the lesson to be learnt here is if you try to appease everyone, you'll help no one. You know, like if I try to be like, oh, you know, I'll do that for you, because you're trying to appease other people. Whereas there's so many people in the world and there's so much audience to go. Just go with it. Like, okay, I don't like this guy. I'll watch someone else. Like, it's so easy to just do that. Like, I could say something that triggers you, you know, percent of the time, but the other 90%, you're like, you know. But if you're like, if you watch someone for ages and then they say one thing, like, oh, carnivore's bad, I'm a dietitian, rah rah, you know, for example, it's an opinion, yeah. But like, if someone out there has a differing opinion of you, it's very, very liberal to go out and try and fucking tell them to do something different. Whereas the right choice is go, all right, each to their own. All right, I'll find someone else. I'm not going to go out of my way to like say something bad to someone, you know what I mean? But what I need to do before we continue, Kraken, just let us, I need to get my headphone, because I do need to listen to the stream myself. I haven't done it for ages. Let's get these sorted. Let me go find my headphone. Yo, Kraken, just testing the audio. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm listening to, I've got the Twitch on my phone and I'm listening to my ear set, and yeah, I don't think it's too loud. Audio is fine. Yeah, it's just a narcissist, man. You got to ban them. I've got about 6 blocked already. And it won't be the end of it. It was a bit louder earlier, but not like I can't hear the streamer loud. Yeah. Well, it's on 8, and 8 is normal. Look at this. I'll show you. I'll just play a Windows Media Player, and the audio is set to 8. I always set it to 8. At the start of the stream, I start at 15, so the intro is a bit louder, which, you know. But then as soon as the 10 minutes and we transition to the stream, I'll switch it down to 8. And I found like that's like the sweet spot. But yeah, Warshall wanted it down here, like near 3 and shit. But just remember, that's the second time he's brought that up. And the last time he did it was over 2 months ago. So it's clearly triggering him, my music level. But I don't understand it, man. I do understand it. I know what it is. It's narcissism, bro. Straight up. But thanks, Kraken. Thanks for being a legend. And Rexy coming in just like out of the blue. Imagine being this sad, damn long. Look, I think I can scroll up. Yeah, here we go. Let's review Warshall. Is this worth? Do you reckon this is worth a ban? It just out of the blue. He says, "Let me ask you, can you hear the music that is playing right now?" ? And I said, "Yeah." Okay, no worries. I said, was it in game or out game? He's like, no, not in game. The track. Do you play it for you or play it for the viewers? And I said it for both, me and the viewers. He goes, it's really loud, bro. It fucks the stream. Nobody comes here to hear the music. Like, what do you come here for then? Do you come here to like exercise narcissism on other people? Yes. Everybody has different tastes. Sure. I barely can hear you with all this music, this loud. The point is, it has more bad impact than good for him. It was honest feedback to help you grow. And then I said, you know, I think I said something. He goes, okay, stay with your 4 viewers. Like that there is pretty much where I banned him. And Rexy comes in, Warshall, imagine being this sad, damn lol. Oh, fuck. Anyway. It's good that I put the chat there so you can go and have a look at it. But let's move on. We're at. I'm already done. Far out. I've got heaps more characters to go. Let me just sit down. But I've got heaps more. I'll talk about more about my stuff in a second. Oh, look at that. We got 7 viewers now. Thank you. Thanks for the lurks, boys. You're just watching me spend concentration. Fuck. What do you come here for? I'm not upset. I'm just the internet is a wonderful place. Yeah, yes, it sure is. Hey, can you try and do an emoticon? Can you do it? Use an emote. I just want to see if the emotes come up on the screen, please. I guess I can try that. Hold on. Oh yeah, it comes up. Yeah, the emotes come up. It's heaps better than using the Twitch chat, dude. I was watching Mantheus' stream yesterday, and he was like, I need to get the chat on, because he's got the new 24/7 Twitch channel, which is crazy for me. I don't think I'll want to hear myself 24/7, but he's got a new channel, and he said that, I want to. It's good watching the old content, but I can't see the he can't see like the chat. So he's talking, but the chat's different. And he said, it makes sense to put the chat on the screen. And I thought, yeah, that makes sense, because like that's how Asmongold does his videos. He's got the chat there, even though you can't fucking read it, but it's there, you know. You could like pause it and you can see the chat scroll past and that. Which emote, 7 TV, or I don't know. I'm not sure, Kraken. Whatever emotes you got. I actually, if we do full-time streaming, right, that means I got to get the what do you call it? I got to get the Elgato Stream Deck set up, and then I got to set up probably more lights. Probably get like a proper green screen. I got to get a low profile mic. This is all stuff I'm going to get like over time. You know, like there's no rush, but I can at least set up all this digital stuff first. You know, like imagine we get the new UI, and then I want a bar like across the top, like showing like people's names and stuff for like, you know, they got like the latest follower, latest subscriber and all that kind of stuff, and just have them up the top gifties, you know. It makes sense to do that to promote, you know, obviously promote, what's the word? Promote contributing to the stream, I guess. I don't know what it is now, like. But really, like I said before, like any money that I do get off Twitch, I'm going to use it to like subscribe to other content creators and just leave it sit there. Let me know what you reckon about that. But at the same time, there's no obligation to give money, and I know a lot of people don't for personal reasons. But I also know how that works too now, so it's good. I like this whole venture of me being online has made me understand the internet and psychology a bit more amongst human beings. It's very interesting, and it gives you the option to like play along, put the mask on, or just be yourself and just do whatever you think is good. And I think I'm going to go the route of just do what I want and not really give a shit about other people, or you know, not in that sense, but in the sense of like them trying to control you, or you should do this, you should do that. But yeah, it's a good suggestion. But if you harp on it, man, fucking hell. You see this here. See, look at my favourites list from the Wool Within. This is what I don't like about it. My favourite list for Alchemy, I've got Gleaming Glory, which is the Blasphemite one. Blasphemites are 117 gold. It doesn't even feel worth clicking the button, but I do it anyway. I've got Flask of Alchemical Chaos. This is pretty much going to be dead as soon as midnight comes out, or it's probably after today. Soon, the Flask of Alchemical Chaos and all these knowledge points will be dead. Gleaming Glory or Blasphemites are pretty much dead now because they're really only used for the Magnificent Jeweler settings. And then you got the 3 transmutes here, which are like perpetual free, you know, materials. If you know how thaumaturgy works, you never run out. This thing just keeps printing free reagents forever. It's kind of like crazy. And then I got the file of enhanced ambidextry. This is probably the only recipe that I'm going to take into midnight. And this recipe is really good because you can use this in midnight, and it means we can add this to our concentration list. You know what I mean? So while we're doing concentration on midnight, we can also be making this at the same time and selling this. Because, yeah, the file of enhanced ambidextries, I'm very looking forward to eliminating the 5 recipes from my favorite list and then just adding in like the flasks from, so I'll just have 2 favorites. It's interesting. It is because concentration has different, you know, if I went to Dragon Isles, you see the concentration's 1,000%. So as time goes on, if you don't change your professions, then and they make it so you can still use the old expansion concentration bars. So this file of enhanced ambidextrous is the one that I'm always going to use, and I think they designed it this way because it's got nothing. No, it's got no tooltip on it. It just says drink to increase your crafting speed and deftness by 15%, and it doesn't say unusable in the wall within. It just says in general, like, so it may be applicable to everything, every expansion forever. Kind of like the Dark Moon Firewater and maybe the Dragon Isles one, but I don't know. But that'd be cool. Like, imagine eventually you end up having all these things over the years that you, like, every fourth day, you're just spending more concentration, and like over time, instead of spending 1,000 concentration, you're probably spending 3,000 concentration. And concentration is gold. I find it like the more long term you play, the more benefit you get. I don't know. I could be freaking out here, but it kind of makes sense. We just need to find a recipe for there's nothing worth crafting in here. Like, all these tool enchants are no good. Look at that. 34 gold, 101 gold. Yeah, I'm not going to bother about crafting profession tools. But profession tool enchants are going to be pretty wild at the start, man. Like, if we get all of our enchanters doing stuff, it's actually going to be pretty good. Kraken says, I need to figure out my midnight setup. I got like 70x level 80s, mostly from Remix, but last expansion I played is Shadowlands. Oh shit, okay. So the new crafting system is still a bit foreign. Yeah, it's changed a lot since then. Any questions you got, I can hit you up. I've done it for so long now, I sort of understand it pretty at a high level now. Not That Guy says, I would suggest you try blacksmithing right now in this month so you get a basic idea. That's a good suggestion. Oh yeah. I'm just trying to find the page breaks. Okay, so like halfway where my arrow is, that's my mouse. So I've got, see my mouse at the top here in the screen? Like, literally if I go up, that's where my teleprompter is. See how it comes? It's like doing the snake dance. You go up one level, but don't worry, I'm freaking out. But Not That Guy reckons you should try blacksmithing right now in this month so you get a basic idea of what the profession thing is. Yeah, I agree with Not That Guy, because blacksmithing's legit exactly the same. All professions seem exactly the same, just new recipes and stuff, yeah. Kraken says, yeah, it's like Jard's Peculiar Energy, Daily and Mop. Oh, yeah, I'm not sure with that one. Can still make the Sky Golem to this day every 30 days. Oh, okay. That's how you make the Sky Golem, right? Okay. Yeah, well, that's definitely a long-term thing, isn't it? Kraken says, yeah, I've been dumping like 10 to 15K into Alchemy and to try and learn a bit every day. Yeah, Alchemy's not a bad one. I've been doing some videos, long-form stuff that might help with retention, but the best way to learn is to give it a crack yourself. And this time in the expansion is really, really good because the materials are cheap. So you don't want to be learning the professions in midnight because it's just going to cost you too much gold. It's crazy extensive compared to the old system. Yeah, I've had a look at the old system, and the old system's like get these materials, craft that. There's no like resourcefulness, multi-craft or ingenuity. It's just like turn this into that and then sell it. It was very simple. It's the same process now, but you just got to work out like your average cost per through the multi-craft and that. It's very interesting. You pretty much need a spreadsheet. Yeah. If you're doing active crafting, you need spreadsheets. Not That Guy says Alchemy this late won't be any benefit. Yeah, like I'm proving that right now. But Alchemy, making gold off Alchemy shit. But Kraken, go and watch the video on my channel. I literally put it out like a couple of days ago. It was members only, but I made it free. And it shows you how I craft the file of enhanced ambidextrous, which is the Alchemy file that we just looked at just before. I'll show you how I put it in a spreadsheet, how I work out the total cost. Because once you know your total cost, you just make sure you don't sell it for like less than 25% of whatever the cost to make it was. And then at minimum, you make 20% on everything you craft. And if you make 20% on everything you craft, it's GG, man. Like, just add time. If you can add 20% on your money, like every 6 months, you're growing pretty quick. But, you know, people don't like to sell for 20%. They want more. They're greedy. Kraken says, yeah, I got baited by Gemini. Yeah, don't go by the language models don't know fucking nothing about gold making. It's such a niche thing. There's not enough data on it. So you're better off asking me or other people in the space with a bit more experience than that. AI told me Alchemy to make profit off concentration this late on a fresh account. Yeah. I'm the AI you want to be asking. Don't be asking the language models. They're idiots, mate. And it was wrong, yeah. But it's good. It's good. But if you didn't know anything, and it's a very good lesson in not trusting the AI, because there's a generation of people who blindly trust. You know what I mean? They blindly trust it, and that's bad. That's a bad thing. When you got generations that blindly trust the AI without doing their own, knowledge proof, their own knowledge assessment. That's when it's bad, man. That's when you know that the person or individual you're talking to is literally a mindless husk, meaning they're a host waiting to be overtaken by the machine or anyone controlling the machine, for that matter. Yeah, but I seriously am enjoying my small audience. I reckon it's great for me. My expectations are low and they're forever going to be low. And I'm all right with that. Well, I'm actually fine with that. So, thank you. It was an experiment. I was expecting the AI to be wrong, but I thought, what if it's not? Yeah. But I'll look into blacksmithing if it's still somewhat profitable or at least not a money pit. Going into midnight with 3.5 million plus whatever I can make until March. Yeah, if you only got 3.5 million, don't do anything. Don't spend anything. Just watch videos. Yeah, and I gave you a good recommendation because that one, if you just type in 5070 Ti, it'll pop up, and that same concept can be applied to any of the recipes, but I guess we can do a quick one here. This character here's got like heaps of knowledge points. See this? So you don't really need thaumaturgy. Let's say if you just want to make flasks, if you use, there's this add-on called CraftSim. I don't know if you've got it, Kraken, but you can see it here on the top right. If we click on it, first you want to do is select your recipe and click CraftSim, and then it's got like a little drop down. And then all you have to do is come down to this tab that says specialization information. Click on that and see how it brings up this little thing, CraftSim specialization info. So this basically tells you what talent points you need to efficiently craft this recipe. You see how it says you need 50 points in alchemical mastery, 40 points in Orbanid law, 40 points. So in total, it's about, 365 is from what I remember. But we'll add it up, 130, 210 plus 55, it's 265 knowledge points, right? And if you don't have knowledge points, then you can't be competitive, you know what I mean? So like back in the day when you crafted in Mr. Pandaria, there wasn't knowledge points. There was just like, if you start on day one, you craft the same thing, and if you craft 6 months later, it's the same recipe, same difficulty, same everything. But like with the new profession system, you got to build up your knowledge points, and you got to build up your knowledge points until you get maximum knowledge points. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I thought knowledge points capped at 100. Not sure why I thought that. No, that's the skill. Yeah. You got skill and you got knowledge points. Two different things. You're probably used to skill. Skill back in the day, it was like get you can only craft a certain recipe at a certain skill. Skill now just adds skill to the recipe difficulty. You see here? You see on this, it says recipe difficulty, 755. At the moment, I've got 568. So I can't craft a rank 3 item unless, the only way I can is to fill the bar with concentration. See, I can spend 204 concentration to make up the difference. But if you want to craft this, like, if you want to get to 755 skill, you got to have all these points. So I've got all the points. Which is, and you're probably wondering, oh, why? If you've got all the points, why isn't your skill at 755? And it's a good question because the factor is the quality of the materials used. They're simplifying it now, but in the War Within, we had ranks 1, 2, and 3. If you used rank 1 materials, you would get less skill. If you use rank 2, you would get a bit more. And I think rank 3 gives 40%. It's crazy, like. If to craft this guaranteed, you would literally need all high quality materials, all the skill, and the best tools to make this flat out. But like once you do that, once you do achieve that build, you can sit there and craft high quality flasks all day until you run out of gold. You know what I mean? But it takes time to get this. You can't just go there on day one and be a full build. You have to work for it. But at the same time, if you don't want to work for it, you can just log in, select your recipe, click concentration, right? And then just add in the cheapest materials, and then your concentration will make the difference up. So you don't need any knowledge points at all. This is awesome for alt armies because all you have to do is log in, hit the button, click create, like so, and that's it. It's awesome. Yeah. See, I've just made 8 high quality flasks. If I don't, and I ran out of concentration, so I don't have well, technically I do have enough to make one more. But if I create the next one, you watch, it'll just be rank 2. See that? Because see how this bar, you got 2 and then you got 3, and the bar is like in the middle. So that means I'm gonna craft a rank 2. But because I ran out of concentration, I don't have enough to build up to rank 3. But if I use a finishing reagent, which is, you don't need to learn about this, but they're getting rid of these anyway. But you can put a finishing reagent that allows you to use less concentration. This one particularly uses 8% less. And if I put that in, I've literally got enough to go another craft. You see here, we've got 186 concentration up the top left. And this craft requires 183. So if we craft this, we should have 3 concentration left. So let's do it. Oh, we got an ingenious breakthrough. So we actually got a refund on 50%. Yeah. So you're saying, so the barrier to entry will be lower in Midnight if they are removing all that stuff? Yeah. The barrier to entry is so low, but they've made it so it requires more concentration. So you can log in and you can, like I said before, you can craft 2 of these. You know what I mean? Like, say if you have 1,000 concentration, which just think about it, every day you get about 250 concentration, right? So every 4th day you get you cap out at 1,000, and when it caps out of 1,000, that's when you sort of want to log in and spend it. You got a 12-hour leeway to spend your concentration. So just make sure, like every 4th day, you got a 12-hour window to spend it, and then come back again in another 4 days. So for me, it's like if today is Tuesday, I won't have to come back until Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the next week it'll be Wednesday. So every week that passes, you just add a day. It's kind of weird. So because if you got 7 days and you divide it by 2, you get 3.5 days. But logging in every 3.5 days is more efficient, but it's just probably a bit more impractical. I think it's better to log in every 4th day, but that's just like more shit you probably don't need to learn just yet. But sorry if I'm overwhelming you. I really need to sit down and make a series of like beginner guides up to intermediate and then advanced. And then after that, like really advanced shit. I have 4 different levels of like guides, and then at the start of my videos, I'm like, this is a beginner's guide, or like tell people this is an intermediate guide. If you're not familiar with all the beginner's guide, go back to and watch all the beginner's guides. And like the beginner's guides would be like a run through of like literally everything, like spreadsheets, not even spreadsheets, man. Just like, this is the process. This is understanding the concept, you know? Because I feel like at the end of the day, I'm like a teacher, like a college teacher, a lecturer. Like I got the information, and it's all about the difference between me and someone else is how well I can deliver the content. And obviously, the more I can learn, the better the content I can deliver. You know, so I'm just trying to get better at delivering content. But after a while, I do forget that people starting now, it might go over their head too much, and they'll be like, "Oh, this is too much, bro. I'm going back to classic. Fuck this," you know. But it's really not that hard. Because a lot of people with like ADD and ADHD that make content videos, they're like really fucking fast. They can't help it, but it makes it hard for people to understand shit, you know, because you talk a million miles an hour, and they're like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about, man?" You know, and sometimes if they don't understand it, they'll just go, "Oh well, this is where I should get my information from," but like, because I don't understand it, I'll save my ego and just, you know, pretend like the person that knows what they're talking about is the best use of information, which I don't think that's how it should work. I feel like it's how you communicate and teach. But yeah, I'm learning that life skill now, so I'm not the best, but I'm trying to be. Oh, fuck yeah, drink some water, eh? How much knowledge points do I want to hunt on alts? Realistic to keep the process smooth. Oh, well, in midnight, if you're just doing concentration, none. Don't even worry about it. You don't even need knowledge points. Like right now, you don't need profession tools. You don't need knowledge points. All you're doing is just have like heaps of alts, and then on each alt find a recipe that you want to make, and just think about it. Like the more alts you have, you can just craft a bunch of like high quality reagents and recipes, and then collate all of those high quality materials into your warband bank, and then just sell them on the auction house and then just make gold that way. That's literally the slow and steady way to make gold. But because the barrier of entry is so low, so many people are going to do it. So over time, it probably won't be as lucrative. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh well, what after that? What's after that? And the stage after that is active crafting. And then above that is about dollar cost averaging. And I think above that is like kind of like you're flipping and cross realm shit. I feel like that's probably the more advanced stuff. But then again, the dollar cost average seems legit pretty good too. I already done this character. I'm silly. Let me tell you, it's crazy hard to find comprehensive content at the moment, Lamal. Everyone assumes I already know everything on YouTube. Yeah. Well, that's I'm the same too, and I definitely want to. I want to make my guide videos like really beginner, and then people will watch it, and then I'll funnel them to the Twitch where I can be like, it's like a classroom, you know, kind of like a classroom. Like at the moment we've got 9 students. Couple in the back there, twiddling the fingers. You know, students at the top, at the front, asking the questions. You know, I feel like this is a bit of a classroom. I'm treating it like one. Professor Goldson. Professor Goldson, why does blacksmithing require high quality refulgent copper ore or something like that, and not? I don't know. What are you saying? So the knowledge point plus the profession tools just means using less concentration, so more gold. Well, it does reduce the amount of concentration, but if you have enough knowledge points and profession tools, you won't need to use concentration. Concentration is an arbitrage mechanism. So you can literally take normal quality reagents and turn them into high quality reagents, right? That's all you're doing. And it's really that simple. The low quality reagents are probably like 100 gold or whatever, and a high quality one's probably like 500 gold. And the difference between the normal and the high quality would be like 400 gold. So you're converting your concentration for gold, but the outcome is still the same. And then increasing the amount of knowledge points and tools just means that you're becoming more efficient at doing it. That's all it is. So at the start, you don't have to be efficient, because at the start, everyone can do it. But over time, I guess if you want to get even a little bit more efficient, maybe you want to craft 3 instead of 2, but at the same time, you want to spend all these knowledge points, man. Like I feel like it's best to focus on guaranteed crafting in Midnight. But if you've got not much gold, then concentration is your friend. Gathering and concentration to build up your capital. And then once you get enough capital, then you can start doing the active crafting stuff. I've got enough gold now to go straight into the active crafting stuff. And it makes total sense for me to do so because I've got the time to put into it. And I think I understand how the markets work and the demand cycles a lot more now. And knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more you can make. But it is capital intensive for sure. Look at these. Cursed Haste, 1 gold. Ugh. 352, 577. Okay, so I've got 4 cursed ring enchants here. The cursed mastery one is giving me more profit. You see here? You see this? See, I'm specialized in making this ring enchant. I've got all normal quality reagents. I put an enchant here, and then you can see here in CraftSim's telling me I'm going to make negative 23 gold if I craft it at rank 2. But if I craft it at rank 3, I'm getting 648 gold per craft, which or about 5 gold, 77 silver per point of concentration. So really it's 577 multiplied by 184, and the average gold profit is 81. It's 81% return on your money. 81% return on your money. That's huge. And all I have to do is, hit the button, off you go. And then it adds up here. So the session profit, just me talking to you, I've made 9,500 gold, just clicking the button. But it's going to work the same in the War Within, in Midnight, but you're not going to get as mumuch gold, I don't think. It's probably going to be like a third of what we can do now. But then again, the prices might be higher, so it's because they've gotten rid of refining. But you see, this is on average. If we sell everything that we made in our bags, like we got 17 flasks of alchemical chaos, we got 9 enchants, 9 cursed ring, enchant ring cursed mastery. We got 9 of them, and these are all high quality, consumables, and I'm pretty sure we'll be able to sell them. And tomorrow, with the patch coming in and heaps of people coming in to try out the new classes and that, I definitely can see a lot of classic players coming back, because the classes are somewhat simplified now, I think that's what they like. Yeah, but all I'm doing is going down the list. See how all my characters, I'm just going down the list like this, and all my characters are level 80. And so if that character made 6,000 gold, then this one's making 6,000 gold. It just adds up, over time. Yeah, that's interesting. Sorry. What are you saying? Oh, but knowledge points and tools aren't mandatory versus the War Within. That's correct, yeah. In the War Within, tools, knowledge and everything was important. But as of right now, they're not really important, because they've made it so no matter how much you scale up your business, your character, the concentration, you can only really craft 2 to 3 crafts, every 4 days, which is, and if you're gonna get a guaranteed 2 crafts every 4 days without putting any knowledge points or tools on your character, then that's just free money for people. Like people who have no gold, they can just, and they've got a bunch of characters, they can just follow the setup guides that I'm going to put out. I've put out one setup guide already. I'm going to do multiple setup guides, and I'll show everyone how to make gold, like within a few minutes, I reckon. I'm aiming for 10 to 20 minute video guides on how to set up each market. And I feel like having a video for each market is probably not a bad idea, because I'm doing research on all that now. So you'll be able to just day one, follow the guide and start setting up your characters. And then once you set them all up, then it's just literally log in every 4 days, print money, sell, and then just go back to what you normally do in the game. It's cool. But because everyone can do that now, the prices are going to be like, the profitabilities are going to come down and stuff. It's wild. It's really wild, eh? But it'd be interesting to see it happen. Yeah, where you would need to reach tier 2 to concentrate on tier 3. Yeah, the way you got to think about it is in the War Within, tier 2 is basically normal quality in Midnight, and tier 3 is high quality. You know what I mean? So we're switching away from rank 1, 2, and 3, and we're just going with normal and high, which is basically tier 2 and tier 3. They've gotten rid of rank 1. You know what I mean? It's good because it makes it easier for new people to understand. Eh? Very interesting. I heard about CraftSim but didn't install it yet because I thought it will break tomorrow on the update anyway. Yeah, it probably will. Everything's going to be broken. I saw the tailoring setup was very informative. Yeah, thank you. The fact that you can set up a tailor for free in less than like 10, 12, like less than 10 minutes, and you don't even have to leave the city is pretty wild. Because then all you have to do is buy the materials off the auction house. The cheapest, doesn't matter what cloth you use, as long as it's the cheapest. Yeah, man, it's going to be so good. But we'll see. I haven't made a finalized decision on where I'm going exactly. It might even just stay Alchemy Enchanting, and I just have maybe about 70 tailors. I think might be enough. But you can see the process here, right? I'll normally try and do it a bit quicker, but the fact that the profitability's gone up again, man. Like we just cracked 10k on this guy. Look, see all these ingenious breakthroughs. You're not going to be getting that in Midnight. See how we got like 12 enchants and we're supposed to only make 5? In Midnight it's going to be like 2. Like two, maybe 3 if you're lucky. You know, if you get a proc, you get another crack at it. So, but minimum 2. And like if you're crafting 2 at minimum, it's already at diminishing returns. So any more points in here isn't worth, if you're going to use concentration. So like it's so good because alt armies are going to be even easier to keep, and like everyone's going to have like fucking hundreds of characters. Oh fuck, it's going to be wild, so wild. Yeah, but like I understand a lot of the other content creators are going to put big emphasis on concentration because it's kind of like a misdirect, because once you figure out that concentration has been nerfed, but still everyone's still going to go into it because that's what the War Within was like. And yeah, what are you saying? I'm trapped in another time zone and I got to go bed for work tomorrow, but I'll hopefully be able to catch another stream soon. Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Kraken, for hanging out. See you next time. No problem. I'm not going to be much longer. I think this is long enough, to be honest. To be honest, if I can have a decent concentration setup plus main characters to shuffle here and there, I'll be happy. Yeah, that's pretty much where everyone's going to be going, But concentration is probably the easiest entry, and then you got active crafting, and then after that it's probably like decor and realm flipping and stuff like that. But like as you go up, you need more and more capital. You know what I mean? Good night. All right, good night, sir, or good day in your region. Yeah, it's only 12:30 p.m. Well, there you go. Hopefully you boys learned something on the VOD. I'm going to upload this because this was a good lesson for you guys. All right, we're going to raid Met. Say good day to Met for us. I'm going to quickly upload this video to YouTube. I feel like it's a good one. Good little lesson there for you. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, eh? Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you picked up some handy gold tips in the video. If you want more like updates on the journey, progress, check out my X page. Also, if you want to watch me live stream over on twitch.tv/Goldson_TV, you know, for some live gold making sessions, farming runs, auction house flips, or you just want to ask me a few questions. If you did enjoy the video, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the video with your mates also chasing virtual wealth. Thanks heaps, stay focused, stay consistent, and let's keep stacking gold together. Goldson out.